A Los Angeles Derby Dolls bout consists of 4 quarters, each lasting 15 minutes. These quarters are divided into 60-second rounds called jams. Each team has 5 players on the track in each jam, 4 players called blockers, and 1 point-scoring player called the jammer. You can always distinguish the jammers from the other players on the track by their starred helmets. It's the jammer's job to try to score points, and the blocker's job to try to stop them. The first whistle will sound to start the jam, and the blockers launch onto the track. The blockers form a tight grouping called the pack. The jammers race their way around the track and catch up to the pack. The jammers must then fight their way through the pack. The blockers from the opposing team will try to stop them, while the blockers on their team try to assist them. The jammers have now broken out of the pack and must race their way around the track and meet up with the pack again. Keep an eye on the jammer in front. She is your lead jammer and can call off the jammer by placing her hands on her hips. The pink jammer is now in position to score. She receives 1 point for each member of the opposing team she passes. As the pink jammer racks up points, the yellow jammer catches the pack and is now also in position to score. The yellow jammer will also receive 1 point for each member of the pink team she passes. The jam ends when 60 seconds have elapsed, or when the lead jammer calls off the jam by placing her hands on her hips. Players are not permitted to purposely trip or tackle their opponents. Players can block each other using their bodies and shoulders, but cannot use their elbows, forearms, or hands. Players violating the rules will be placed in the penalty box located on the infield, forcing their team to skate the next jam with 1 less skater. The game ends after 4 quarters. The team with the most points at the end of the bout is your winner.
Welcome to Valhalla. In the event of an emergency, please make your way to the nearest lighted exit in an orderly fashion. The main building exit is located through the roll-up doors you entered. The assembly point is directly outside those doors. Please notify any Derby Dolls staff or the representative of the Vernon Fire Marshal if any emergencies arise.
All right, Los Angeles! Welcome to Valhalla, the home of your junior Derby Dolls. Woo! Today, loving that. Today we present Fight Crew versus Tough Cookies. Are you all ready to meet the skaters?
Skating out for the Tough Cookies. 0.35G, Honey BB. Number 17, Dirty Tricks. Number 22, Nia Broliton. Wearing 42, it's Chemical Irks. Number 74, Furious George. 88Q, Sweet Baby Rage. Number 97, Greased Frightening. 214, Alter Ego. 926, it's Princess Leia. 998, Fight Night. Right next door, 999, Jurassic Punk. 2014, Farida Brawlo. 5533, Mad X. Captain of your Tough Cookies, number 27, Luna Shovegood. And we got one more cookie who's not on my roster. Give it up for our lone final, last but not least, cookie. Yes! That's number 6,000. Coaches of the Tough Cookies, Moulin Rouge and Jezahel, one more time for the Tough Cookies.
All right, y'all ready to meet the Fight Crew?
I don't think they sound ready, Evilly.
I don't think you sound very ready, but we're gonna introduce them anyway. Let's give it up for the Fight Crew, everybody.
Woo!
wearing number 10, Jinx. Oops, wearing number 10, Jinx. Wearing number 14 is Hell on Wheels. Wearing 33, Speedy Wonder. Number 46, Wen Slay Adams. Wearing 101, Lash Out Loud. Wearing 111, Roller Sticks. Wearing 189, Destroya. Wearing 512, Ziggy Stardust. Wearing 522, Stargirl. Wearing 857, Kitten Crush. Wearing 910, Slim Skady. Wearing 1134, Mad Cat. Wearing 1997, Jolteon. Your co-captain wearing 777, Sally Face. Your captain wearing 122, Smaller Brawler. And once again, another mystery skater we somehow didn't get on our rosters. Let's give it up for them. And of course, your coaches, Dooms Daisy and Chewbacca.
Big hand, all right. They like lots of colors, but black and white looks so good on them. It's the Enforcers. Head referee, Metallicile. Game executioner, Mazepin de la Chismosa. Jam refs, Casey Cajones and Tricky Ricardo. Pack refs, Suspect Ed and Wild Bill Hiccup. Outside pack ref, Voltron. Penalty tracker, Deathly Hollers. Penalty tracker assistant, Sweep the Leg Johnny. Penalty box administrator, Penaltina, and Molly Moonlight, Eyes in the Sky, E.T. Haley, and Hassel Black, scoreboard operator, Lady Macdeath, and whiteboard D. Cup breatheth over your Enforcers.
All right, we would like to thank our EMTs, the doll repair team, the track monkeys, and the rad crew.
Whoop, whoop.
Our DJ today is DJ MacBook Air. I'm Eva Lee, and this is Trixie Biscuit, and we'll be your announcers this afternoon. Now, the Derby Dolls acknowledge that we gather on traditional, unceded Cheech and Tongva land. We ask league members and the Derby Dolls community to honor with gratitude the Cheech and Tongva people, elders, and the land itself. And now, I got one question for you. Are you ready for roller derby action? Yeah! Come on, Los Angeles. We're so happy to have you here for this bout between our junior Derby Dolls, but we don't need to say juniors right now.
Nah,
we
this
just
is
got
Tough
the
Cookies and the Fight Crew. Tough Cookies wearing the green.
Fight Crew wearing the red. We will be finding out, by the way, who the mystery skaters were on our rosters shortly, so you'll have to bear with us. We'll all figure that out. All right, jam is off. Remember, the jammers are wearing stars on their helmets. The first one out is the lead jammer, and they can use the power of the lead jammer to put their hands on hips to call off the jam. Exactly what happened there. So we're going to try explaining roller derby to you one more time in case anybody is unfamiliar with how the game is played.
And there's going to be a test this time, so take notes.
Yeah, Trixie likes tests. Okay. Waiting for the enforcers to give the official whistle. And when they do so, there goes the pack and the jammers. Again, the jammers have stars on their helmet. They are the point scorers for the team. First one out is the lead jammer, who can call off the jam by putting hands on hips or might choose to skate the entire 60 seconds of the jam. When the lead jammer enters the pack, any member of the opposing team passed is a point. And coming on through for the Tough Cookies and calling it off, Cookies the first to be on the scoreboard with 4 points. Woo! Let's make some noise for roller derby, everybody!
That's right. Even though you saw those Fight Crew get past and go to the front, there's still points. Once you get past once, that's that.
And we do have a penalty against Furious George in the penalty box for the Tough Cookies.
Yep, that's a directional block. Once that first whistle goes, everybody's got to take off in a counterclockwise fashion. And if you stop or you take even one step in the wrong way, you're going to get a penalty.
Yeah, so right there, though, man, great stop move there by Speedy Wonder, trying to stop the jammer for the Tough Cookies. Cookies make it out. Now, we have one cookie in the penalty box, so their pack is thinned out by one blocker. Cookie Jammer makes it all the way up to the front. Fight Crew throwing up a good wall there once again, seeing that strong wall from Speedy Wonder and Wensley Adams.
Yeah, really great hustle from Roller Sticks and Wensley to get to the front and reform their wall, keeping that jammer contained.
Hold on one second. Are you doing music in your...
And 3 points for the Tough Cookies, but 1 penalty. Chemical X goes to the box for arms. You know, that arms penalty, you cannot reach out, you can't grab anyone, and you can't hit with anything below the elbow. Any one of those will get you that arms penalty. Fight Crew out first and lead. Both jammers are on the hunt. Lead jammer Stargirl taking a look back, trying to see where Fight Night is. When you're jamming, you've got to know where that other jammer is, or else you could lose some points. Nothing for Fight Crew. 1 point. 1 point for the Tough Cookies.
All right, now I can hear you, Trixie.
Oh, good. I've been saying great stuff while you were gone.
Yeah, believe it or not, we are right next to each other, but yet we cannot hear each other.
Don't tell her. Just let her believe that I told all the good jokes while she couldn't hear me.
Exactly. All right, 9-0. Tough Cookies in the lead.
There goes Greased Frightening out for the Cookies. Pursued by Ziggy Stardust for the Fight Crew. Fight Crew's got the wall set up and back. Luna Shovegood, captain, wanted her jammer to call it, and sure enough, that's just what happened.
All right, looks like we got Speedy Wonder on the jam line for the Fight Crew. Ooh, Fight Crew, though, quite a few penalties. They've got Kick and Crush in the penalty box with a directional block also in there. Jinx with a directional block. In the penalty box for the Tough Cookies, we got a directional block there on number 35, and that's Honey BB.
You get a directional block, and you get a directional block.
And you get Speedy Wonder calling out the jam. Yeah, I mean, roller derby is a sport where you play offense and defense at the same time. So the ability to control the time of the jam and the scoreboard is a very important part of the lead jammer. Now, the lead jammer is literally the jammer in the lead. There can be a lead switch, and you can always monitor who the lead jammer is because there's an enforcer in the middle pointing at them, and they've got a headband that color corresponds with the uniform color for the team. We're really clever like that.
It's been refined over a period of many years.
Refined, tested in laboratories throughout our different locations at warehouses throughout Los Angeles.
Never tested on animals.
Maddox, lead jammer, jamming for the Tough Cookies, communicating with the team, seeing that wall of red and saying, hey, ooh, making their own way through.
Just turned her hips and slid right through that Fight Crew wall on the high side. Great move by Mad X to haul down all those points, and it's 15-0. Fight Crew still not yet on the board. 9:42 left in the first. Shout out to Jenny N in the chat room, says, let's go Fight Crew. We are broadcasting on YouTube right now. Right now. The sound of my voice is going out to millions of people on YouTube.
Yeah, I'll tell you what Truck Stock Kimmy is hauling later, but right now I got to tell you that Jinx, lead jammer, jamming for Fight Crew, and wow, straight to the back, up to the front, calls it off. Incredible move by Jinx, and you know, way to shut down Sweet Baby Rage there. We do have a penalty, though, against number 74, and that is Furious George again with a directional block.
Fight Crew on the board, 4 points, 15-4.
Yeah, Fight Crew on the scoreboard. That is a reason to make some noise.
Absolutely. Ooh, Fight Crew almost out of there. Gets hung up at the front, cuts low, number 46, Wensley Adams.
Yeah, Wensley's Adams, by the way. Their mom is, I believe, here to celebrate their birthday tomorrow.
Aw, happy birthday, Wensley. Woohoo! Wensley got a one-footed glide through on the inside for their birthday.
Yeah, 6,000 though, still stuck in the pack. Speedy Wonder holding back. I mean, the wall being put up there by Roller Sticks and Speedy is pretty incredible. Very impressive.
Wensley came in with some heat, knocked somebody down in that pack. We're going to have to wait to see what the enforcers think about it.
Yeah, I like how Wensley takes a moment to look at the scoreboard to see how much time they've got on the clock before planning their attack. That is incredibly smart. Using Is Hell on Wheels right there to move positioning to get ahead. Fantastic teamwork.
Really smart jamming by Wensley Adams, just trying to maximize that jam.
I tell you one thing, Trixie, I have been skating roller derby again, and I am taking notes.
And sure enough, Wensley Adams sitting in the box, probably for that back block we were talking about.
Well, okay, I'm taking notes that there was a penalty, but yeah, in the penalty box there with a back blocking penalty, joined in there by Is Hell on Wheels with a directional block. Also got a couple of penalties against the Tough Cookies. We got Chemical X with the directional block ×2. Ooh, my goodness, and Honey BB also directional block ×2. Because if you want to do it right, you might as well do it twice.
So there's only going to be 2 cookie blockers, but there's only 1 jammer.
That's right, 1 jammer and floor, 1 team that can score, making this a power jam advantage for the Tough Cookies.
Stargirl with a fantastic positional block forces Jurassic Punk out to the inside. Jurassic looking for that hole.
Yeah, I mean, this pack right now is really incredible, I gotta say. You have these packs thinned out to the minimum amount of blockers, and then you have the minimum, this is literally the minimum amount of skaters you can have on the track at any time. You got your power jammer. Well, maybe, oh wait, I'm sorry, you're right. We got 3 fight crew in there. We got the pivot in there. Almost.
Neapolitan trying to find a way to open up a friendly side for Jurassic Punk to jump through. But that fight crew 2-wall in front is proving tenacious.
Yeah, and time is not on the side of the jammer at this moment.
All right, so that is a shutout power jam for fight crew. But you got to give it to Jammer Jurassic Punk, who never once gave up that whole jam.
That's right. Never surrender. Words to remember from Evil E. Oh, and a little smiley face from D-Cup, who I really love. Hi D-Cup. Reffeth over. Oh man, I love that knee slide there. It's like kind of knocked down, but more importantly, we got a jammer race there. Kitten Crush versus Luna Shovegood. Kitten Crush calls it off, hands on hips. Let's do a reset.
I thought Kitten was going to go for it for a second there, but they took one look behind at how fast Luna was coming up and decided, maybe not. Hey, if you've got any questions about roller derby, you want to look for No Fox Given there with the sign, you can ask Fox just about anything, as long as it's about roller derby, and you're going to get an answer.
We do have a penalty against the Tough Cookies, again, an above shoulders block against Furious George. We do have a penalty threshold. If that penalty threshold is hit, skaters can be ejected, or will be ejected, I should say. Speedy Wonder, damn it for the fight crew, so fast.
They will definitely be ejected. There's not a physical challenge. There's not a pit of alligators to jump over.
The alligators got fired. We sent the alligators out by the ocean to fight the sharks in case there's a Sharknado later. So don't panic if that happens. We have a penalty against Wensley Adams, low blocking. I do know Ian Ziering. So,
you do?
I mean, it's been a long time, but I worked some charity events with him in the day. So I'm sure he remembers me completely. That nice lady at the Entertainment Industry Foundation who was leading his way to the tennis event.
And after getting blanked for the first 6 minutes of this first quarter, Fight Crew are in the lead, 23-15. Just over 4 minutes to go in the first.
Yeah, they had their own flood of points coming in there. Wow. Check out the jamming for the Tough Cookies. That's Frida Bralo.
Frida Bralo came out of that pack like a shot. Just on her stride.
Oh yeah, really incredible work coming up towards the back of that pack, but not to be completely outdone. Lash Out Loud, still working. Oh! to the front of the pack and calls it off for Frida Brawler.
4 points for the Cookies, and a great job paying attention to the bench, getting that communication, because the whole bench was saying, call it off.
Look to your team. Look to the helpers. They're usually on your bench. Although I do see the jammer for Fight Crew in the penalty box. And that's going to make this a power jam.
That's right. It looks like the Cookies are down a block or two. I see Mad X sitting in the box there.
Yeah, right now we got a 19 Tough Cookies, 4 for Fight Crew. And Tough Cookies could even it out with this power jam. Although he said we have 2 blockers in the... We have a blocker in the penalty box for Fight Crew and the jammer. And we also have, more importantly, this jam underway. Wow, a lot of hustling on the pack. Jammer goes into the infield. Now, it's very important the jammer re-enters into that pack without advancing position, or there could be a cutting penalty involved.
Great hit from Kitten Crush. Keeps Furious George delayed, but Furious George will not be denied. Is out and jamming.
Now, right now, where the pack is where the most member of team members is. So they have to pull it together and be within that space. If they're not within that engagement zone, they can't block when the jammer comes in. Jammer into the pack. Speed definitely not on her side.
Yeah, Jinx doing all that she can to try to keep that jammer in. The enforcers say they're 20 feet ahead of the pack. They have to let the jammer go.
Yeah, you can see right there they were holding back one of the Fight Crew so that they could slow down the pack, making it easier for their jammer to get through, because when the pack started pulling away from the people up front, they no longer had the ability to block the jammer without getting a penalty. Looks like we have a timeout being called by the Tough Cookies.
The Tough Cookies, who have retaken the lead, 24-23, 2 minutes to go in the first.
Hey, I was mentioning earlier, we have a birthday there. Our enforcer, Penaltina's birthday is tomorrow. So happy birthday to Penaltina. That's from her wife, Jody, friends, family, and especially from Wensley Adams, who is skating for Fight Crew. And Penaltina, I believe, will be up here as an eye in the sky for the adult bout, so we can shower.
We can sing her happy birthday.
Yes, and all that good stuff. Want to remind everyone, buy some raffle tickets. We do the raffle right here at the end of the third quarter. So let's buy some raffle tickets. And let me tell you what you can win. You can win a Rude Chicks grab bag. You can win a Vans goodie bag with a luggage tag, shoe-shaped portable charger, Jenga bandana glasses, and a tote. Sounds killer. You can also win a Fall Guys 12-inch collectible plushie, fairy corn. Oh my God, I want that. And there's another one of Fall Guys, the 8-inch collectible plushies, the original pink, yellow, and blue freeze. Or you can win a gift bag of Derby Dolls merch. So all these prizes sound really awesome, and you should buy some raffle tickets.
We've got a penalty challenge going on right now on the infield. Furious George, jammer for the Tough Cookies, was written up for a back block and a track cut in the last jam. So the Cookies are challenging one or both of those calls. This is important because if those calls stand, that will be Furious George's 5th penalty by my unofficial count. You only get 7. On your 7th, you are out of here.
Yeah, I'd mentioned before Furious George when getting knocked into the Furious George. Sorry, thinking of a former skater, Furious George.
I think I might have said that too. Sorry, Furious.
Yeah, that's all right. Sorry about that, yeah. You know, I mentioned being knocked into the infield at the beginning and having to re-enter the pack. So it's up to the enforcers to determine if she entered the pack without advancing position. And that's what they're deciding right now. The results are being given. And
challenge has been lost. The penalties will stand, so Furious will be on probably 5 penalties, and the Fight Crew are going to be on a power jam when this game resumes.
Cookies fought the law, but the law won. Hey, I just want to get back to those awesome raffle prizes, though. Tickets are $1. You can buy 7 tickets for $5, 15 tickets for $10, 30 tickets for $20. We are a nonprofit organization, so those funds go directly to supporting your Los Angeles Derby Dolls. And you might win a cool plushie or that Vans goodie bag, which I would personally really love.
All right, so it's 3 blockers for each team, 1 jammer for the fight crew. 2 minutes, 9 seconds left in the first, and let's kick this one off.
Yeah, the Cookies did get a 1-point lead in that last jam, but with their jammer in the penalty box, we just got 1 jammer on the floor, 1 team that can score, and that is Fight Crew!
Oh,
wow.
See, the Cookie blockers were so sneaky. There was one of them I didn't even see up there. They do have full blockers. That's a tough thing for a jammer in a power jam, because 4 people with nothing to do but hit you, that's not a fun time.
Yeah, and look at Is Hell on Wheels, who's been wow. That was so clean. That was beautiful. To my eyes, it was perfectly clean.
Ishel has always been an extremely determined skater with very fast feet. Hard to jam Ishel up in a pack, and sure enough, Ishel's through one more time, 1 more full pull, and still a little time on this clock.
Yeah, we see the jammer, sometimes they come by this and we pause. We assume to smile at us, but they're really checking out the clock. They want to know, do they have enough time to go on a scoring pass? Is it worth it to expend that energy, or should they just call off the jam? Wow, incredible jam there from Is Hell on Wheels for Fight Crew.
So much drive right at the end, just forcing her hips through that on the high side. And it pays off to the tune of 14 points, 37-24 Fight Crew.
We do have penalties, though. We have Princess Leia with an arms penalty for the Tough Cookies, and we got an above shoulders block for Fight Crew for Speedy Wonder. So they are each down a blocker, but hey, we got 2 jammers, and we're gonna celebrate that.
2 jammers, 1 blocker down for each team.
It's like old school derby when we only had 3 blockers. When I started derby, we didn't have 4 people on the defense, offense. We had 3.
Slim Skady and Stargirl being a pretty convincing wall in the pack for Fight Crew. Fight Crew jammer has escaped. That's 2011 X Stitches XX. That's who we missed, Evilene.
Oh, of course. Stitches working to a point scoring position now. Fight Crew has that lead of 37-24. Looks like, was the jam called off as a defensive move? Or were some points gotten? Looks like that was a wash, 0-0.
And that's your first quarter. Fight Crew leads the Tough Cookies 37-24.
All right, we got a quick 5-minute break. Go get some snacks, drinks, and raffle tickets. After I read all those wonderful prizes, I'm sure you're going to get right on that. We'll be back here in just a few minutes. everybody. Welcome back to the second quarter of exciting roller derby action here at Valhalla with your Derby Dolls. We have got a Fight Crew with 37, Tough Cookies with 24, and who's rooting for the Tough Cookies? Who's rooting for Fight Crew? Because they have got lead jammer status right now with Ziggy Stardust in the lead, although I see Rage moving pretty quickly up behind that pack.
Yeah, pack all but stopped in between turn 1 and turn 2.
We want to welcome back everybody who's watching on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying our webcast that our rad crew puts a lot of work into preparing for your enjoyment.
A-Train in the chat room says, Fight Crew for the win. And Fight Crew is indeed ahead right now, 38-24 as we kick off the second.
All right, hey, here's something to really celebrate. Nobody in the penalty boxes.
Woohoo!
Yay! That's Roller Sticks, lead jammer, jamming for Fight Crew. Right behind them, Furious George. And we were commenting, we believe Furious George has 5 penalties, so that's 2 until the threshold of ejection. Enters the pack, though, rather cleanly, I hope.
Roller Sticks looked poised and ready to call it off while approaching that pack. I'd be a little more careful because if those hands hit the hips, the officials might call it whether you thought you were calling it off or not.
And looks like Speedy Wonder in the penalty box for Fight Crew. Yeah, if you put your hands on the hips and like if you got a little itch or something, you need to pull up your shorts or your skirt, you could accidentally call off the jam. People don't think about that, but all right. We got number 17, and Dirty Tricks jamming for the Tough Cookies.
Fight Crew jammer slides out at the bottom of turn 2, taking a couple cookies right along.
Oh yeah.
Great lateral movement from Dirty Tricks, escapes the pack. Will Tricks catch that other jammer?
Oh.
Coaches say call it off, and that's just what Tricks does. That's a disciplined skater. I don't know. I kind of would have wanted to.
You want to get the points. I know. You want to, if you keep going, that's one more.
It's so hard. You see that skater in front of you, and you're like, ooh, I want it. I see a challenge in the offing. Coach Chu Blanco waving that red flag. They're challenging a low block called against Destroya, number 189.
All right, well, I'm going to take a moment to thank our sponsor, S1 Helmets, a symbol of protection, protecting the Derby Dolls since 2009, and the official helmet of the Derby Dolls. S1 Helmets. Make yours an S1. I know I made mine. Frogmouth Clothing. The Derby Dolls wear custom uniforms made by Frogmouth Clothing based in Austin, Texas. Thank you, Frogmouth Clothing. And of course, the City of Vernon. This bout is brought to you by the Vernon Community Fund. The Vernon Community Fund provides charitable contributions and community-based organizations and governmental agencies in support of efforts to improve the quality of life, strengthen families, and affirm Vernon's ties with the neighboring communities in pursuit of bright futures. We are so grateful for the City of Vernon for welcoming the Derby Dolls and for making this a wonderful home for us.
We're also so grateful to the Rad Crew. They are always working harder to make the audio in here better, to make the online experience better, to just improve with every single game. This game, if you were online, you'd be able to see that they've got a little bar at the bottom that's got a running score, and the people are already appreciating it. The reviews are in. Jenny N in the chat room says, love the new score graphics. Thanks for adding them. So thank you, Mr. Chada, and the whole Rad Crew.
Yeah, up here in the announcer's Rad office, we're pretty proud of what we do.
If you are watching online, you can donate to the Derby Dolls right now. There's a QR code on your screen. Get in there, zap that thing. We promise nothing bad will happen, probably. And you can set up a recurring monthly donation to help this organization, which is a 5013, so you can write it off, all you tax heads out there.
Yeah, nonprofit organization. Also, if you go to Ralph's or Kroger and you go online to your Ralph's Reward program, you can designate a charity to receive 5% of your purchases. Now, they're either going to keep that money or they're going to give it to a charity of your choice. I chose the Derby Dolls. I believe it says California Derby Dolls. I'm not sure, something like that. But it's definitely on there. And so every time I shop at Ralph's, I know that part of the money is going to support programs like our Junior Derby Dolls right here that are so incredible, and we are just so grateful that we're able to have these programs and that we have supporters like Vernon and the Community Fund that we can offer scholarships for people who need help if they maybe need a little help with expenses. We want to make sure everybody skates because we want this a sport accessible to everybody.
All right, the reports are in. The challenge is lost. 189. Destroyer is going to be sitting down for a low block. That's going to make this one I do believe it's going to make this upcoming jam a Tough Cookies Power Jam.
There's a song by Static X called Destroyer. And I always think of that because the video for it was done on the Derby Dolls track when we were in Little Tokyo. And while they had a league from another city participate in skaters, the jammer was the Tough Cookies Crybaby of our team. And Crybaby was kind of like the lead star of this video, and Destroyer. So every time I hear that name, that song starts getting in my head. And if you've heard Static X's Destroyer, you know it's a heavy riff, which I like it heavy. All right. One jammer on the floor, one team that can score. That is Tough Cookies. We do have a pile up there in the straightaway.
It's always very exciting when a majority of the skaters go down all at one time. We had 5 down and 4 up. And we've got number 97, Grease Frightening, out of the pack.
Yeah, Grease Frightening has a lot of work because you got 2 packs, 2 full packs. You got a team trying to help you and a team's trying to stop you, but you got a lot of people on that track. Ooh. And when you have that many people on the track, it is very, very difficult to get through.
Big hit from Jinx, slowing down that jammer momentum, so key.
Yeah, and we did have Grease Frightening going to the infield. I am not exactly sure when reorienting the pack, if there might have been a potential for a cutting penalty there. I thought I saw the enforcers, Casey's arms go into an X, but I'm not sure. 4 points for the Tough Cookies. And indeed, I only see Speedy Wonder on there, so I think we have a timeout, Tough Cookies. Hey, look, it's Sweep the Leg Johnny. What's up, Johnny? Sweep the Leg Johnny, of course, hanging out here be out in the valley later.
Well, this is where all the cool people are. See,
oh, yeah.
More enforcers coming over here every minute because they know this is the place to be.
I was trying to come up with some Karate Kid jokes, and honestly, I have nothing right now. I feel like I'm betraying my teenage years for not pulling something out about. I was thinking about the thing. I was watching Cobra Kai, and there's a part in it where they're like these women. They're at a restaurant, and like the waiter's like, "What's going on?" And one of the wives says, "Oh, our husbands are in competing dojos, karate dojos." And I was like, "Man, that's so like the Derby Dolls." I remember a time where like, "Yeah, we're in competing derby leagues." Hey, we do have 2 penalties though that were called there, so it looks like
it was Grease Frightening for a low block and a cut, Evilise, so I think you might have called both of those.
All right, so it's going to be a power jam advantage for the fight crew.
Evilise, you're so good at this, you could be an enforcer.
I've done that once, and it's really super fun. I love the enforcers. They're a blast, and if you want to get in the infield, we'll train you. Just email refs@derbydolls.com for more info, or follow on the social medias. There's an LADD Enforcers Instagram account and all kinds of good stuff. But right now, let's get to this power jam with Speedy Wonder trying to rack up some more points for Fight Crew. Right now, they're 39-33. Speedy Wonder through the inside, gets head into the infield by Alter Ego. Baby Rage coming in there, doing some good positional blocking. Oh, man. Right now, those Tough Cookies are holding the front of the line. And now you've got Ginger Snaps rotating up there.
Ginger had to fight so hard to get out of that 4 wall at the back of the pack where they're trying to slow it down.
Yeah, what they were trying to do is get one of the opposing skaters held back so they could control the pack. But here comes Speedy Wonder, and the enforcers right telling them they've got to form a pack or they'll get blocking out of play. Oh, nice move to the front. Gets by Princess Slayer. Oh, we do have a little bit of a pile up there. Yeah, make some noise. You can scream, you can shout, you can stomp your feet. Just can't whistle. Wow, Speedy Wonder. Oh, into the back of one of the Tough Cookies. Hard to say if that will be a back blocking penalty. We'll have to see. But let's give it up for Speedy Wonder, everybody.
So much determination and tenacity in that power jam.
8 points for Fight Crew as they advance their lead over the Tough Cookies.
Got a lot of Fight Crew proponents here in the chat room. So if you're watching the game online and you're a Cookies fan, you don't need to stand for that. Tell us what you think. If you've got a shout out, bring it out. Hey, and if you're here in this building with us and you've got a shout out, just bring a piece of paper by. Catch us at halftime. We always like to have something to talk about.
We do have a penalty, though, against the Fight Crew. They're sitting in the box with a low blocking penalty. Both jammers trying to get out of the pack. Oh! Tough Cookies gets lead jammer.
There goes Jurassic Punk!
Jurassic Punk, man, looking towards teammates to get into position, but let's give it up for Mad Cat, though, for Fight Crew. Still skating strong.
Oh! Jurassic Punk takes a hit into the infield. I'd count it as 3, I think, Evilly. When you pass your first opposing blocker, you also get all the points in the penalty box. Those are called ghost points.
Yeah, we haven't really talked about ghost points yet, but they're scary and helpful. We do have a penalty, though, against Scar Girl for the Fight Crew. Looks like an arms penalty.
And so even though she only passed 2 opposing skaters, she got 3 points for that jam, 3 points for the Tough Cookies. 47-36, Fight Crew in the lead.
All right, Tough Cookies jammer. Trying really hard to get past Jinx. Chemical X trying to make a path there for Luna Shovegood.
Yeah, if Chemical X had been able to get Jinx out of position and into the infield, then the Cookies jammer could have just gotten on wherever. But unfortunately for the Cookies, Jinx did not go down that easy.
Yeah, Sally Faye, so jammer for Fight Crew, got stuck in the back of the pack, held up. Luna Shovegood into the infield. Now needs to re-enter that pack without advancing position, or there'll be a penalty, and this next jam would be another power jam.
It can be so hard to get out of that low side when you're in the corner if you're going slow.
Yeah, and it's hard to tell where you came off and where you need to go back, to be honest. Luna Shovegood still lead jammer, moving it out for the Tough Cookies.
Time runs out on the jam.
5 points for the Tough Cookies. Yeah, make some noise for roller derby, everybody. It's the best thing ever. Ah, Luna Shovegood, though, in the penalty box, back blocking penalty. So this will be a power jam advantage for the Fight Crew.
Leading by just 6 points. This is a great opportunity for Fight Crew to try to pad that lead a little bit.
Oh, nice movement into the low side. Comes through on Is a Hell Reels.
You just can't keep Is Hell on Wheels down. And if you're counting on having a couple seconds after you knock her to reposition yourself, you're not going to get it. She just pops right back up.
Wow, right through, again, clear through on the low side. Cruising through on lane 1.
And there's plenty of time left in this jam.
Oh, wow! Straight up to the high side. Incredible. I tell you, Tough Cookies are really trying to pull this together, but it is not in. That Princess Slayer was trying so hard, taking out at the rail. Oh,
but
man!
Smaller Brawler went from high to low and just broke that pack up in turn 2.
Man, I gotta check out those moves. I gotta work on my own derby skills.
Anybody could learn some derby skills from Is Hell on
Wheels. Oh, I believe so. 14 points for Fight Crew. 14 points for Is Hell on Wheels.
And just like that, a 6-point lead becomes a 20-point lead, 61-41
Wow.
Fight Crew.
All of a sudden it got quiet. Why'd y'all get quiet?
They're meditating.
They're thinking. I think they might,
There you go, yeah, that's how I like my meditation.
You're my kind of people. You just can't whistle. We all know you can't whistle. I think Fox was busy explaining stuff to them, and they're really excited about that.
That's right. Everybody is listening to our Derby docent, No Fox Given, very attentively.
Yeah, and we do have a penalty there against Grease Frightening with a blocking out of bounds, and we also got Speedy Wonder with a directional block. So while both jammers coming out of that pack, and I tell you, Mad X sees Stitches coming up, he's like, nah, I think I'll call it off.
Yeah, you have to remember that these skaters skate together all the time. I don't think they're looking at game tape, but they're certainly looking at other skaters during practice. They know about how fast everybody is, and when you get out of a pack and your jammer races that close, it's a pretty easy call.
Yeah. That Alter Ego jamming for the Tough Cookies. Oh man, look at the pivot right there. That was really good.
That's Jolteon.
That's Jolteon.
Pivoting.
Of course it's Jolteon.
Jolteon doing a great job of not just of blocking, but of leading that jammer into friendlies to help block.
Yeah, Alter Ego though, right now we're looking at that 3 wall, comes through. Now they're trying to figure out, what is my strategy now? Oh, wow.
Yeah, Kitten Crush just getting nothing but a bad time on the back of that pack.
She was crawling through that pack. Man, it is hard to go through that high side like that when you're trying to maintain your balance. Because gravity, there's this thing called gravity, and it really wants to pull you down that track.
It is not your friend.
That is one thing you learn when you're older. Gravity, not your friend. Alter Ego, a good friend of the Tough Cookies with 5 points.
We've got a message from the chat room. Let's go, Princess Slayer. Great defense. Love and hugs from Grandma Church.
Oh, Grandma Church. Hey, it's Evil. Thank you so much for watching. We are so excited that you're doing that and that you're participating in Kitten Crush Show in the penalty box with an arms penalty. So that's going to make this next jam a power jam advantage for the Tough Cookies. I believe that's Jolteon also in the penalty box.
Princess Leia's out there mounting that great defense. Although they don't have anything to defend because it's a power jam. There you go.
Right there, just staring at you. Princess Leia's jam. Oh.
We're going to hold right here for a minute.
Yep, we'll be right back. Because it's always safety first here with the Derby Dolls. The most important thing is the safety of the skaters, the enforcers, and of course everybody here. That is the most important thing of roller derby, is keeping everybody safe. Because of this though, Speedy will be sitting out for some jams. That's what we do when you have a medical call-off like that. So just taking a moment to shake out the penalties, have a little, everyone check in with each other, make sure everyone's okay, and then we'll get everyone back on the track. How's that sound, Trixie?
Well, everybody except Greased Frightening for the Cookies. Greased Frightening sitting down in the penalty box for a directional block.
Ooh.
But other than that, everybody's getting on the track.
Yeah. All right. Here comes our jammers. Oh, man.
Frida Brawler just shoving her teammates from side to side to make her way out of that pack.
Yeah, Stargirl making out for Fight Crew, and them decided that let's call off the jam. Do you want to call the jam off? I think so.
Yeah, let's call the jam off.
If anyone, I think the pressure is dropping in the building because I just had the worst. I gotta take a couple Excedrin.
Oh no!
I think the hurricane's coming because the pressure just dropped.
All right, Stargirl, 522, sitting down, illegal procedure. I wonder if it was a false start, Evilly. I know that that's the most common illegal procedure, and I actually thought I saw one there at the beginning of that last jam. Illegal procedure, kind of a catch-all penalty. Oh, Jinx almost catching that Tough Cookies jammer right at the front of the pack. Meanwhile, in the back, Chemical X slamming Fight Crew blocker 512, Ziggy Stardust into the rail, trying to create, in Derby we call it goating with a T, keeping one opposing player at the back of the pack. Cookie's trying to keep this jam nice and slow so that Sweet Baby Rage can get a lot of points.
Yeah, Rage is such a great skater, and just using this opportunity to get points back on the board for the Tough Cookies.
Fight Crew doing a good job of holding Rage down, but and escaping from the back.
Oh, that was a nice block from James. Let's give it up for Rage, everybody.
Great job, Rage, and great job, Fight Crew defense, holding strong at the end of that jam.
I'll tell you though, if there is a hurricane coming, and that was the atmospheric drop that led to its coming, we knew where it happened right there because my head just went boom.
There you go.
All right, we do have penalties to go. We have against the Tough Cookies. We got Lunar Shove in there with a directional block. We will have Rage in the penalty box for an above shoulders block, which will make this a power jam. And yeah, and then we have Honey BB in there.
Yeah, so this is about as worst case of scenarios. Well, not worst case because they've still got 3 blockers, not 2.
I think we're going to take a moment to figure it out. Maybe someone else felt that atmosphere drop, and they also need some Excedrin.
So we got Hidden is in the chat and says, "Go Tough Cookies!"
Hey, Hidden, Evil and Trixie love you.
And Hermione Danger says, "Yay, everyone! Sending lots of love to my DDX and level 3s. I love you all and miss you the most." Heart emoji, Band-Aid emoji.
Aw,
Hermione Danger.
Hermione Danger, I am so sorry for every time I butchered your name. I'm really, bottom of my heart, evilly here. I'm so sorry. I never watched that Harry Potter stuff. It is just not satanic enough for me. Sorry about that. It is a Harry Potter reference, right?
I don't know.
You avoided it too. Not enough Satanism. Just not enough Satanism in Harry Potter for evilly here.
Hey, if you like what you're seeing here and you are or know a girl between the ages of 7 and 17 who's looking for a fun challenge, the Junior Derby Dolls may just be for her. Go to the website for all the info. Non-binary and trans skaters also welcome. You don't have to know how to skate. You do have to have insurance.
Yeah, you got to have insurance. But basically, it is defined as if women's roller derby is what you identify with, we got it for you. Holy moly, did you see that?
I sure did.
Oh, man, that was some good defense from Fight Crew.
And a good thing I was looking because it didn't take very long.
It's like they just cleared out lane 1, and Izzo and Will's like, here I go, right on through. That was awesome.
Now, it is the responsibility of both the attacking and defending team to keep the pack together. So even though Cookies are trying to speed this up, they're going to have to slow down to put the pack back together or everyone's going to get penalties.
Yeah, I believe that those 2 Cookies are getting into that, away from the engagement zone. Yeah, the pack has got to pull together. They'll either get failure to reform penalties if they don't do that, or they'll get blocking out of bouncing. Wow, Is Hell on Wheels is just racking up the points.
I got to say, Rage doesn't look too happy in that penalty box, but one person who's happy is her sister, Grim, who's in the chat and says, "Killer Power Jam. Shout out to my sissy Rage."
Aww, Grim. Who I adore so much. I miss you already.
Fight Crew picks up 10 points on that Power Jam, 71-56. This is going to be the last jam of the first half.
We'll have that raffle, or we'll have halftime. You can buy some raffle tickets, buy some merch. And once again, we are a nonprofit organization, so we do appreciate all your support. But you know, that merch is really cute, and a lot of it is oftentimes a limited edition. So if you see a really cool shirt up there, grab it while you can, because some of those don't get restocked for a certain period of time. Having a timeout being called, was that the enforcers?
I don't know the answer to that. But I do see coaches from both teams talking to head ref Kyle. In the meantime, I'm going to tell you all, in addition to our merch, our concessions, our bar, you can also go outside, and there are vendors there. They are selling the cutest stuff. There's some resale, vintage, one-of-a-kind items. Right here in the building, we've got Rude Chicks. You can get some very cool derby stuff.
There's a pair of Rude Chick. Their sweats are really good. They have roller skates on them. And you can also take this time to buy a membership to Derby Dolls Nation. If you're not familiar with it, you can go down there and there's a QR code. When you sign up for Derby Dolls Nation, you get all this cool stuff. You get a gift pack with all these amazing things. But right now, I got to talk about a whole lot of penalties.
Hey, we got one more jam, y'all. Stick around. One more jam.
We got grease light in a penalty box for the tough cookies with an illegal block and a failure to reform penalty. Also in there, we got another failure to reform penalty for the tough cookies. And then we have, I believe that's Princess Slayer, and then for Fight Crew, we got a failure to reform against Wednesday Adams. We've got a failure to reform, I believe, under a smaller brawler, and there's another one. So basically, everyone is already, the skaters are already leaving for halftime, it looks like.
And that was what I was talking about, Eva Lee, when the pack is separated and nobody visibly slows down or speeds up. That's where you get those.
And Ray just goes in, calls it off. It's halftime, everybody. Go buy yourself a membership to Derby Dolls Nation. If you don't know what it is, find out. See you back here in, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes. Keep an eye on the clock.
welcome to halftime with the Derby Dolls at our junior skate bout. And we have one of our enforcers here. We're going to ask some questions during our halftime 20 minutes. So, one of my first questions for you is, how long does it take to become an enforcer-ref?
It definitely varies depending on the person. We have a 6-week training course that you start out with. And then after that, it just depends on how active you are. So if you're really active and you come and you work at bouts and you're at scrimmage, it's going to happen more quickly. I'd say it's about a couple of months is the average time.
Do you have to be a parent? Do you have to be a skater? Who can become an enforcer?
Anyone can become an enforcer. If you have an interest in Derby, I highly recommend joining the enforcers. It's a great way to be an active participant in the bouts without necessarily having to be on skates or being pushed around.
Does banked track and flat track have different rules, or are they the same rules?
There are different rules for flat track versus banked track. I personally have only done banked track reffing, so I can't really give you much info on flat track, but yes, they're different.
How many positions are there for enforcers? I see so many refs around here.
It actually takes about 18 refs to fully staff a bout. So you're going to have referees, who are the people in stripes, and then you're going to have non-skating officials, who are the people in all black like I'm in today. It takes a lot of us, so please come join our team.
We need more enforcers. Come join us. So what position, is that the right term? What position do you play as a ref?
There are a ton of positions. I am in multiple positions depending on the bout. I am a non-skating ref, so I am never on skates. But if you can skate and you want to be a skating ref, you can do any position. So it just depends on what you like and what we need.
So as an audience member, I've heard that whistling is not allowed. Why is that?
Whistling is the worst thing you can do at a derby bout because the skaters are trained to go forward on a whistle or to stop on a whistle. So if you are whistling in the stands, you are going to affect the outcome of the game, and nobody likes that. So please do not do it.
Thank you so much. We are so happy to have you. Thank you for being an enforcer. Join our crew. We have things online where you can look up how to become an enforcer. So next we have one of our coaches of the junior teams. We have Mulan. Come on in. What team are you coaching for?
I'm coaching for the junior Tough Cookies.
Yes. So what are the age range of the team members on your team?
They age from 8 to about 16, going on 17. So once they're 18, they phase out to the adults.
That's amazing. So you have young to old. How do you feel roller derby impacts their everyday life?
I think they love it and they thrive on it. It gives them a chance to challenge themselves. It gives them the chance to shine, and they really have a lot of fun doing it.
Do you see a lot of advance when your members join the camp that we have every summer?
Absolutely. At camp, they get to experience it all within that week. And then at the end of that week, they get to play in a game. And that's the opportunity that they look forward to every time. And it's always been an amazing turnout every year.
Okay, easy question. What is the best, in your opinion, pre-game song to get you really amped up?
Oh, wow.
That's a hard one on the spot.
Yeah. But I personally love the Mulan soundtrack. So, you know, the cartoon version.
Definitely. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Do you have anything that you want to say about your team while you're here?
Go Tough Cookies!
That's right. All right, we have our next coach who's going to be with us. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Doomsdaisy, coach of Fight Crew.
That's right. Okay. What does girl power mean to your team?
It means support. It means kindness through all. It means being strong and being there for each other.
That's perfect. How does roller derby affect, I couldn't think of the right words of this, but growing up as a woman? Like we learn femininity, we learn feminism. How do you feel roller derby affects our growings up?
I have a good view on that because my daughter started 7 years ago and she just aged out and she just turned 18. She's been in the program the whole time. And I have watched her become this strong, confident person who can hold herself in any room. And that's what I think Derby gives to these young women, like that, to be able to push themselves, to fall down and get up and try again and know that like it's all about building and learning.
That's beautiful. Oh, it made me want to tear up. Sorry. Here's a just general question. Do men and boys also have the opportunity to play roller derby anywhere?
They do, absolutely. There are tons of leagues that are co-ed. There are tons of leagues that are just men only, but there are a lot of opportunities. I'll say there's more opportunities in the flat track world we find, but over time, slowly, we're seeing more and more in the bank track.
So for juniors, how is attending a juniors bout different from attending an adults bout?
So for one thing, we have different packs. So we have our levels are all different. So we have to have like what we call our positionals who they're not hitting. Then we have our contact packs. And so that's where it's like just full, they go for it. So that is the one difference you'll see.
What about for your team? Do you have a favorite amp up song?
They seem to love Grimes right now. So we've had Grimes, a song as one of our rollout songs for a long time. We have a cheer that we have taken from the adult fight crew that is, who do we fight for? Each other. And we say it 3 times, and it brings tears to my eyes every time, and that's what gets us going, because we skate for each other. We fight for each other.
Yes. It's a really great skill that we're learning here, how to work with each other, how to support each other and play as a team. We take those skills out into the world and use them not just in sports, but in our everyday lives. Thank you so much for joining me on this interview portion. Is there anything you want to say to your team?
Keep doing what you're doing. I'm proud of you. I absolutely love all of you.
Thank you for joining us online. If you have any questions, you can always add a comment onto our streaming, and I will do my best to get to them. So for right now, I'm going to head out. We'll see you later. Thank you so much for joining us here at the Derby Dolls. Enjoy the rest of your halftime.
A Los Angeles Derby Dolls bout consists of 4 quarters, each lasting 15 minutes. These quarters are divided into 60-second rounds called jams. Each team has 5 players on the track in each jam, 4 players called blockers, and 1 point-scoring player called the jammer. You can always distinguish the jammers from the other players on the track by their starred helmets. It's the jammer's job to try to score points, and the blocker's job to try to stop them. The first whistle will sound to start the jam, and the blockers launch onto the track. The blockers form a tight grouping called the pack. The jammers race their way around the track and catch up to the pack. The jammers must then fight their way through the pack. The blockers from the opposing team will try to stop them, while the blockers on their team try to assist them. The jammers have now broken out of the pack and must race their way around the track and meet up with the pack again. Keep an eye on the jammer in front. She is your lead jammer and can call off the jammer by placing her hands on her hips. The pink jammer is now in position to score. She receives 1 point for each member of the opposing team she passes. As the pink jammer racks up points, the yellow jammer catches the pack and is now also in position to score. The yellow jammer will also receive 1 point for each member of the pink team she passes. The jam ends when 60 seconds have elapsed, or when the lead jammer calls off the jam by placing her hands on her hips. Players are not permitted to purposely trip or tackle their opponents. Players can block each other using their bodies and shoulders, but cannot use their elbows, forearms, or hands. Players violating the rules will be placed in the penalty box located on the infield, forcing their team to skate the next jam with 1 less skater. The game ends after 4 quarters. The team with the most points at the end of the bout is your winner.
Skaters, wait, are we up? All right. Skaters to the track, please. At this time, we need all skaters to the track. Last skater to the track has to clean everybody's stinky pads. Los Angeles. Welcome back to the second half of exciting roller derby action here in Valhalla. Y'all having a good time? Yeah, let's make some noise for roller derby. We have got the Fight Crew versus the Tough Cookies today, and it has been an incredible game. Right now, Fight Crew had 71 to 56 for the Tough Cookies. Also want to welcome everybody back watching online live on our YouTube channel. We know we had some questions in there about how one was a power jam, and then when they restarted, it was not a power jam. It might have been a situation where they decided just to call off the jam immediately. When you call off the jam, it resets it, so the next one would be without people in the penalty box. But we can always check that out in the post-game stuff. You can watch these things again on YouTube. They are stored there. Right now, Stitches, lead jammer, jamming for Fight Crew.
Yeah, it looked like Dirty Tricks was going to get out first, but then caught one heck of a block right at the front. Stitches the lead for Fight Crew.
Yeah, Stitches right now already pulling into that point scoring position, but doesn't take much to get around the attack, although gets the points, calls it off, hands on hips.
Excellent situational awareness from Stitches. Just as soon as they exited that pack, looked back, where's the other jammer? Yeah, they're within about a quarter track. Let's call this one off.
Nobody in the penalty box. Now, see, that's the thing. The jam lasts 60 seconds or until the lead jammer calls off the jam by putting hands on hips. The penalties last either 60 seconds or until the jam ends. So if you're up there and your team is completely depleted and you get lead jammer status, you can call off the jam so that the next jam, you got all your forces reunited. And that's something that they often use. Furious George right now jamming for the Tough Cookies, lead jammer, although Kin Crush getting out for Fight Crew.
And it's a really good piece of strategy, Eva Lee, because when you only have two blockers, they tend to get penalties because they're trying to do everything by themselves.
Yeah, and yeah, that's a really good point there. It's a lot easier to skate a little sloppy or a little dirty if your pack is thinned out. And as we've seen here, Furious George has already had 5 penalties, we believe, and there's a 7-point maximum. Now, of course, don't quote us on that. It's up to the enforcers to keep track. So, but you know, you don't want to start losing skaters in the fourth quarter. You definitely don't want to start losing them in the third quarter.
That's right. In addition to Furious George, Cookies also have Greased Frightening in a lot of trouble. I believe Greased Frightening's on 6, so their next penalty will be their last.
Wednesday Adams coming in for the Fight Crew as the lead jammer up to the front, calls it off before Chemical X can get in a point scoring position for the Tough Cookies.
4 more points for the Fight Crew.
You know what? Oh,
after you.
I was just going to say, I checked my email, and there was like this thing from QVC. It's like the countdown's on for Christmas. And so I'm seeing all the red and green, and I'm already in the... You know my favorite holiday is Christmas Eve.
You know it's August.
I know. Everyone thinks I'm just a Halloween person, and I love Halloween. But Christmas Eve is my favorite. Christmas Eve tamales, all my fans over, making refried beans. It's fantastic. Getting out the Christmas lard.
The Christmas lard.
Making some bizcochos. I grew up in New Mexico, so Christmas is a very special time there, and it's a very special time for me, and I bring as much New Mexico to Los Angeles. But speaking of the red and green, though, on the track, right now, lead jammer is our very own Tough Cookie.
I'm going to step back from that segue. That was too hot.
It was, I just was looking at this jam, at the determination there in Bright Night. It's just so good. I can't even quite capture it. Wow, Fight Crew comes though, gets through that, grabs that lead jammer position. Destroya, which is for the My Chemical Romance song, not the Static X songs. Had that clarified at halftime.
I was going to say, did you research that at halftime?
You know, I ran into Destroya at halftime, and you know, I was chatting a little, Static X, and it was brought up that the name was for the My Chemical Romance. Evilly's a little bit too old for My Chemical Romance. Plus, I am into the 2 main types of metal, death and black, because I'm a Hesher, people. If anybody was wondering. Okay, we do have penalties against the Fight Crew. One of them is against the jammer, and that is going to make this a penalty jam. Penalty jam.
Penalty jam.
I just invented something. It's a power jam. Too many words going through my head at once. Honey BB jamming for Tough Cookies. Lead jammer, only jammer.
Fight crew trying to stay together, speed up, slow down, and not get picked off. Looks like the Cookies got Jinx back there. But then Jinx gets the jammer at the rail and then down on the infield, charges forward to rejoin the pack at the front. Great moves by Jinx.
Sorry, I'm getting my hair caught in my fingerless gloves. Okay, so anyway, Thornton jam here though. Tough Cookies down by 21 and Honey BB really trying to shoot through this pack.
Jinx trying to be a one-skater phenomenon out there, but also partnering really, really well.
Well, you got Kitten Crush up there on the front line, partnering with Jinx. The Jinx Kitten Crush defense combo can never be underestimated, if you ask me.
Yeah, so Fight Crew probably gave up 5 on that one, but their incredible defense kept it from being a lot worse.
I got to give Tricky Ricardo, one of our enforcers, a nice, I'll give him a 10 for that hop, skip, and a jump through the infield to report on points.
Tricky Ricardo is an agile fellow.
Quite agile. Although, you know, not always stealthy. Likes to stand on things, even though very tall. Looks like we have a timeout being called by the enforcer.
And I wonder if they're discussing point count on that because they have not reported points yet, so could be.
Oh, here comes Tricky. Tricky's very animated. Tricky's pointing right now at the eyes in the sky. The eyes in the sky are trying to confirm the number of points. Chisme comes up too, very concerned. They seem to be looking at each other. They're confirming the points now. Now they're confirming them again.
It's the announcer play-by-play on the enforcers.
Yes. Now Tricky went back to the infield. Oh, Chisme looks back. Are you sure? Are you? Because that's how they do this. The enforcers, they're professionals. I mean, they're unpaid, so they're technically amateurs. But they're super pro about this because they know how hard the skaters work.
They're the most professional amateurs in the game.
They're so much fun too. When I've been able to hang out, when I got to do whiteboard once, it was like such a blast being in the infield. I can't believe I hadn't done it sooner. And I tell you, if you're interested, check it out. We also have a timeout being called by the Tough Cookies. I think they got the report on those points and were like,
well, they got more than the report on the points, Evilly. They also found out there's a cutting penalty against jammer Honey BB.
Ooh, and they're challenging that. We do also have a multiplayer block against Jinx of the Fight Crew.
So what happens during these challenges? A coach from either side, and we've got Moulin Rouge and Doomsdaisy out there. They go out, they present their case to the head referee. The head referee takes it back to the penalty calling refs, and they talk it over. They say who saw what. They come to a determination, and then they come on back and let the people know.
And then the announcers say, go buy some raffle tickets.
We say that all the time.
It's happening at the end of this quarter. We have a 5-minute break, and you have that opportunity to win that awesome Vans gift bag with all that cool stuff in it, plus the Rude Chick stuff, the Derby Dolls merch, and of course those plushies. If you don't want a plushie, I like plushies. I like soft things I can cuddle with. Plus, my apartment's probably going to flood, so I need anything that might float to.
Oh no.
Or that I could use to absorb water from coming in my front door.
That's right. I need.
So either way,
I need a beautiful, cuddleable sandbag.
My husband tried to get sandbags, but they were out. So maybe plushies are the way to go.
You could put googly eyes on them.
Yeah.
You could dress them up in little outfits. It'd be great.
Yeah, if there's somebody swimming down Hollywood Boulevard with a cat carrier and a couple pool noodles, I'm telling you right now, that's going to be me. So I posted this thing on TikTok last night. I'm like, everyone's like, get food, get water. I'm like, man, I'm in Hollywood. I'm in Los Angeles. If I don't have access to food and water, it's because the city is underwater. So there's way more serious problems than me being able to get a snack or something. Reality check.
Check.
We call it the Dutch truth because I'm half Dutch.
Hey, Jenny Ann Moima says, shout out to Kitten Crush. Wish I was watching in person. We wish you were too. But if you ever can't make it out here in person for one of these excellent Junior Derby games, you can always catch us online. Go to YouTube. Look up Derby Dolls. I know all of you folks watching right now online, you know that because you're there. But I'm telling the people who are here, check them out, YouTube, Derby Dolls.
Hey, don't forget, just because you're here to watch the junior skate as adults, we have plenty of options for you to get on the track, like our Derby Por Vida program. You can just learn how to skate on the track and have fun. You don't even have to get into a situation where you're playing roller derby. You can just learn about it. And there's also our Fresh Meat program, but it's really a great way where you can also get involved with the league and skate, and it's a lot of fun. So it looks like the challenge was lost. That was really good, Trixie. Yep, and Ani BB will be sitting in the penalty box for an arms penalty, and we also have one of the fight crew in the penalty box. Back blocking?
Track cut.
Oh, you went like, I thought you went like that instead of like that.
No, I did the cool
I thought you did like,
referee
well,
thing.
I thought you were doing the stop in the name of love, like you're going like that, like you're actually demonstrating. Well, I think that is what it, I don't know. What do I know? I'm just the announcer. I'm just here to hang out with Trixie Biscuit.
Hey, I'm just here to hang out with Eva Lee and to watch some exciting roller derby action here with the LA Junior Derby Dolls.
Yeah, we got a Power Jams, Speedy Wonder, Power Jammer. They had to have a medical call-off, but they were totally fine from it. Speedy's brother will be calling our raffle at the end of this quarter.
Oh, outstanding. Always a great time.
Yeah, bringing his buddy Otis up here. It'll be great. It'll be fantastic. Sure, they'll be running this league in the next 20 years. Speedy Wonder, out!
38 seconds left on the jam.
Yeah, now Fight Crew does have a 20-point lead, but they know that they just want to keep pulling that ahead. Tough Cookies and Fight Crew packs have need to pull it together or they start getting failure to reform penalties.
Bodies flying as Speedy Wonder flies through this pack.
Wow.
Came in hot, took a couple, but then got sucked in by that inexorable Tough Cookies defense.
Yeah, Rage doing a pretty good job of holding the line, but still makes it through. 5 points for Fight Crew.
Stretches their lead to 25. It's 89-64. Another above the shoulders for Sweet Baby Rage. Second penalty on the night, so that's pretty good shape penalty-wise.
Rage!
Leaves the Cookies down one blocker. We've got 2 jammers, though. Love having 2 jammers.
I do, too. It's a whole, well, everything about roller derby is fun. Roller derby is life. And Mad X jamming for the Tough Cookies, lead jammer. Oh, pack scrambling a bit. Now we have Mad Cat jamming for Fight Crew. Still working through the front of that pack.
Mad Cat taken to the infield.
Yeah, by the pivot for the Tough Cookies.
Yeah, I do believe that was Fight Night.
Yeah, Fight Night. Check out Fight Night, man. That was great positional blocking.
Yeah, I was checking out Fight Night during halftime. Fight Night and Frida Bralo were both getting into one of those acai bowls or whatever from the truck outside. If I ate something like that at halftime, you would definitely be seeing it on the track. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, it looks like we have another power jam. That's right. Fight Crew arms penalty for Mad Cat. Looks like we got Rage on the line.
Rage, such a good jammer, so strong, so fast, so wily, and a great time for the Cookies to make up some of that 20-point deficit.
Yeah! There goes Rage!
And the crowd's loving it.
I love Rage.
I do too. Sally Face hung up in the back for Fight Crew.
Oh, man, they were really, Sally Face fighting though so hard, and that is tough. Look at the way they're just holding back Sally Face. That's brutal, man.
4-on-1 is no joke, y'all.
Yeah, it's brutal. And then here comes Rage coming in there. It's just like, it's carnage.
Oh,
I
great
love it.
little head fake. Cuts high.
Oh, man! Moves from lane 3 to 1 in a millisecond without even threatening to go into the infield. The
10
track
seconds.
control was so good.
I think Rage will catch his pack, but how many will she pick up? Yeah, a big hand for the Tough Cookies and Rage.
13 points for the Tough Cookies!
89-82, we got ourselves a derby game, y'all.
Grim Burton's really excited.
Grim Burton should be excited. It's exciting.
Yeah, 7-point game. Although we do have a penalty, we got Honey BB in the penalty box for failure to reform for the Tough Cookies. Jinx for Fight Crew with a blocking out of play. Now that's what I'm talking about. If they're not in that engagement zone within the pack, and they block, that's a blocking out of play penalty.
That puts both Jinx and Honey BB on 6 penalties apiece by my unofficial count.
I believe you. Roller sticks coming through. Jammer for Tough Cookies making it out, not lead jammer. That's Princess Slayer coming on up, but doesn't quite make it up to a point scoring position before the jam is called off, and 4 points scored for Fight Crew. You know what's weird?
What's weird, Ely?
Seeing Sweet Home Alabama in a Fight Crew uniform. It's so weird.
Parenthood takes you strange places, man. I don't know what to tell
Well, and somebody's subbing tonight for Fight Crew, so that uniform's staying on. Oh! Stitches coming through, calls it off.
Oh, I assumed she was just cheering on the junior Fight Crew.
Wow, no. Nia Brawleton, though, coming through the calling off before they could get into a point scoring position. All right. Hold tight there, kid. Still got less than 5 minutes.
Yeah, our Raffle announcers are hot to get on this mic, but
Yeah.
they've still got 4 minutes.
They gotta wait.
Wait your turn, kid.
Hold the line.
Jinx.
Jinx. Oh my God, we said Jinx at the same time. That was like so the best. Alter Ego trying to get in front of that front wall. Wow, though, between Kitten Crush, Sally Face,
Great move
and
by
Ziggy Stardust, that was quite a line.
Great move by Luna Shovegood to jump up front and break it up, popping that jammer free.
Yeah, Alter Ego up, coming to the back. Whoa! Yeah, why would Sweetie be cheering for Fight Crew if Alter Ego's skating Tough Cookies?
I don't know, cause it's not my business what people do, Evilly.
I'm just giving you a hard time. We do have some penalties. We got a couple penalties against the Tough Cookies. We got Chemical X with a directional block, and looks like Rage also with a blocking out of bounds. That one's always a little tough. No. Raffle's really excited, by the way, I'm letting you know.
Oh boy!
Man, Grease Lightning versus El Mills. That was incredible.
I tell you what, I mean, they're here to win this game. They're not here to entertain
Wow.
me. I could watch that particular jammer matchup all day long.
Incredible. Hold on one second. When that hits 0, then you can do the raffle. Little clock. Yeah, start pulling out your raffle tickets, though, because this kid's really hot to get on the mic here. You know, Paco's on it. We're not sure where Paco's buddy Otis is, but, you know, Paco's up here.
Hey, you know, some of us make our call times and some of us wait till the set's ready and then we come out of our trailer.
Oh, man, I was just checking out that block, though, from Mad X. We are going to have a skater call-off for just a moment, please.
All right, let's have a huge round of applause for Stargirl. And thank you, as always, to our EMTs. JJ and Rich, thank you for being here, keeping the skaters safe. So Stargirl goes from a medical checkup right to that penalty box, adding insult to injury. Sitting down for an illegal procedure, a false start in that last jam. That makes this a tough cookies power jam. Pew, 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 pew. Cookies are down by 11, 2 minutes left to go in the third.
Oh, yeah.
Cookies could easily regain the lead if they can just break this jammer out and get a couple good passes.
Yeah, Speedy was really trying to hold back, working that wall again with Wensley Adams and Kitten Crush. But the jammer for Tough Cookies makes way through.
It's Furious George trying to make up for lost time. Picks up 1, 2, but just hits that front wall. Cookies defense having to decide between trying to hold back one blocker or get up front and spring their jammer free.
Yeah, I mean, great recycling, though, from Fight Crew to get right up there. It's like every time you find a path, Furious George. Oh! Wow, great lateral movement to get away from Speedy Wonder. It's like, whoop, I'm out of here.
Absolute beaut. But time runs out on the Cookies. Picking up just 5 points in that power jam. Under a minute left to go in the third. Luna Shovegood sitting down for an arms penalty. Cookies down 1 blocker. 2 jammers. There's the whistle, and off they go.
Yeah, if you buy a raffle ticket, go start digging around in your pocket for it right now.
Cookies out in lead. Honeybee B calls it off. There's still time on the game clock. That means we're going to have ourselves another jam.
Woohoo!
Cookies Jammer trying to hype that crowd. Y'all, this is going to be a big one. 93-87, still anybody's game. Make some noise for your favorite team.
Woo! Yeah, we can hear you in the chat room, too. We know you're giving us some love for all these skaters.
Cookies out in lead. Number 17, Dirty Tricks with a huge lead.
Yeah, Dirty Tricks, lead jammer, but not to be caught out. Here comes Fight Crew.
Yeah, that Stitch is wearing the star for Fight Crew.
Yep.
But it's Dirty Tricks hitting the pack, picking up 1, 2, 3, and calling it.
Looks like, what, 2 points there? 2 points.
2 points. So we're ending the third at 93 for Fight Crew, 89 for Tough Cookies. Pull out those raffle tickets, y'all. We're going to pass this mic.
Yep, it's raffle time, everybody. And we've got our very special raffle caller, Paco. Come on up here. Everyone wave at Paco. Here, go ahead.
Hello, everyone. Some people remember me, some don't. Now, I hope everyone has a good raffle. And I hope I crack some of your hearts out. So, we're about to announce the first person. The reward is, drum roll, Rude Chicks Grab Bag. So, we first have Rude Chicks Grab Bag, as you know. Vans Goodie Bag as the second. Fall Guys, my personal favorite. 12 collectible plushie, Fairy Corn. 3 Fall Guys Small 8 collectible plushies, original pink or original yellow and blue freeze. And for the fifth reward, a gift bag of Derby Doll merch And so the first very, very, very lucky duck is, drum roll, 860139.
If that's you, stand
Do we
up,
have,
make some noise.
Do we have that? Woo!
There's our winner of that Rude Chicks grab bag.
So your reward is a Rude Chicks grab bag.
All right, let's move it on to our next prize. What have we got?
Come and claim your prize at where Brenda is. Some of you don't know Brenda, but you'll meet her. She's very nice. And so for our second lucky crocodile,
He means horse.
we have, drum roll, 860224.
There's our winner,
Woo! We have a
860224.
winner!
Getting that
Come
Vans
meet
goodie
Brenda.
bag. Getting that Vans goodie bag from Luggage Tag Shoe Shape Portable Charger. Thank you so much to Vans.
Yep, I hope you have a good day with your Vans goodie bag.
What do we got coming up next?
Is Fall Guys 12 inches tall, pretty big, collectible plushie fairy corn. And our third lucky mammal is, drum roll, 860283.
860283, is that you? Get up, scream, yell, make some noise. I think
Do we
we've
have a
got
winner?
him.
We have a winner! Woo!
And I
So
think
you're gonna get the Fall Guys 12 inches, small 8, collectible plushie fairy corn, and claim your prize at Brenda. Thank you very much.
By Brenda, they mean Chada over here at the merch area.
I've known her for a long time, so I refer to her by her real name.
Well, you know, not all of us are close like that. Some of us have to use derby names. We're not in the inner circle.
I know.
All right, what we got next?
So for the next very lucky, sorry.
And very local.
For the next very lucky lizard, we have 860264.
860264, there he is, coming on
Woo!
down.
We got a winner!
All right, this is our very last prize.
Our very last prize.
Go real quick and then we're gonna start
Gift
the
bag of
We
Derby Doll
have
merch.
gift bag of Derby Doll merch, and the next very
Just say it.
okay, fine. No, I'll just say it. Drum roll.
Brr, there, that's your drum roll, go.
860311.
860311, please
860.
come down.
All right, thank you so much, Paco. Welcome back to our fourth final quarter of exciting roller derby action here at Valhalla. Wow, I hope you had a good time with that raffle. That was an incredible job, Paco. But when the whistle blows for the jam to start, raffle's over, and we have got baby Rage jamming for the tough quickies coming through on the high side. Kitten Crush, I believe, jamming for Fight Crew. Yep, comes through on the inside, both jammers out, and now it's up to the pack to figure out how they want to handle this. Nobody in the penalty box. Fourth quarter underway.
Oh my goodness. Rage knew that she was coming in hot, decided to hit her own player. Strategic move there to avoid getting that back block penalty.
I gotta admit, I'm suddenly very tired. I don't know quite how to.
I can't imagine why. So
wow.
shout out to Brenda down at Raffle
Yeah,
there.
me and Brenda are tired on that like that because we saw the Kanye opera together. So
Aw.
me and Brenda go way back. We had the same parole officers. I'm just kidding. And
There goes Fight Night.
yeah, Fight Night, lead jammer, jamming for the Tough Cookies.
The thing I admire so much about Fight Night skating, the feet are always moving.
That's very important in roller derby.
Yeah, Fight Night just puts the head up, looks where she wants to go, and just goes. No stopping that skater.
Yeah, eyes up, looking forward, through, calls it off because the opposing jammer's about to come through. Well done.
And when you see skating like that, Evil E, that kind of discipline and that kind of drive at that age, keep our eye on Fight Night in a couple, 3, 2, 3, 4 years.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's so many great skills you get from roller derby. Obviously, there's a lot of physical benefits from it, but also just the things of spatial awareness, you know, all kinds of the awareness that you have to skate roller derby. These are the kind of skills that benefit people in so many different ways. Ginger Snaps coming out for Tough Cookies, but man, here comes Wensley Adams. Ginger Snap sees it coming up and calls it off.
I think Ginger Snap felt it. Wensley was pounding down that track.
Wow, we got a 2-point game, everybody.
Woo!
Yeah, it's a 2-point game.
That is some
I was like,
story,
that is
Evil
right.
E. It started out with Fight Crew waiting so long to even get on the board, then led through most of it, and now look at this. Their lead is threatened 2 points, separating the Cookies from the lead.
It's really exciting.
It is really exciting. I get really sportscastery when it's exciting.
I'm just loving that block from Jinx. Man. Oh! Ken Crush comes up against Furious. Oh, Furious George, not in the infield, trying to re-enter the pack without advancing position. And what happens? The jammer for Fight Crew comes straight on through. That is 5-1-2, and that is Ziggy Stardust already into a point scoring position, while Furious George still working way to the back of the pack. Incredible. And then we get another lead change. Wow. Ziggy goes into the infield. Furious comes right up, takes the lead, gets the points, calls it off. What do we got on that? 4 points for Fight Crew and how many for Tough Cookies?
That'll be 2 for the Cookies, 99-95.
And we do have penalties. It looks like Rage in the penalty box for the Tough Cookies with a blocking out of bounds penalty. 4-point game.
Coach Joe Hell getting up there and pulling down some skaters.
Uh-oh. Oh, jammer out for Tough Cookies. That is Dirty Tricks jamming for the Tough Cookies. And we got Mad Cat jamming for a Fight Crew. Now it looks like Tough Cookies, they do have one of their blockers in the pack. That's Rage. So that is a slight disadvantage to them. But Dirty Tricks already moving up and getting ready to start evening up that game. Hello? Looks around, sees the opposing jammer, calls it off. 2 points for Tough Cookies, but 2 points for Fight Crew.
Yeah, that's the thing about that call off, Evil E. Once you know you're going to call it off, you got to move quick with the hands. If you do a big wind up, you could lose 2 points in the time it takes you to drop your hands to your hips. So that's 101 Fight Crew in the triple digit zone. Hotly pursued by the Cookies.
Yeah, 101-97, jammer for the Tough Cookies. Right out, that's Luna Shovegood. Man, really commanding force on the track, but really got the hustle. Is Hell on Wheels coming up behind. We have seen how quickly Is Hell on Wheels can get through that pack, and Luna Shovegood knows it.
But Luna's skating with so much strength and momentum.
Oh, up to the high side, comes up against Speedy Wonder as Is Hell on Wheels comes through on the lane 1. 2 points for Fight Crew. And was that 2 for Tough Cookies?
2 and 2.
Wow.
Woolery's smiling somewhere.
This is so exciting, Trixie.
This is so exciting, Evil E.
Oh my God, I'm gonna pee myself.
Please don't do that.
Okay. Kitten Crush jamming for, oh man, Kitten Crush jamming for Fight Crew, and then like Rage was like, oh yeah, you're going in the infield. Oh wow, we're so good. Alter Ego jamming for Tough Cookies. Well, oh my goodness, we've got a jammer race.
Kitten Crush calls it off before both skaters can reach the pack.
Wow.
It'll be nothing, and let's just get up there to the line and do it again, shall we?
This is one of the best games I think I've ever seen.
The juniors have really been
Not even
it on
just juniors.
this season.
I'm just saying in roller derby history, I love this game so much. 2 of the fight crew in the penalty box. We got a low blocking penalty on Sally Face, and we also got a directional block on Ziggy Stardust.
That means fight crew is down 2 blockers. 2 blockers is not a lot of blockers.
No. Oh!
And with an amazing final effort, Stargirl is able to stop that Cookies jammer.
Yeah, so Stitches gets up front, calls up the jam, frees the blockers from the pack. And remember, when the blockers are in the penalty box, it's not only that they're not there to defend your jammer, they also are ghost points. So when you enter that pack, you get those ghost points when you pass the first person. So, in case you didn't know that, now you do. I hope you knew that before the 4th quarter of this game, because I hope this isn't your first game.
Because otherwise, what are you even doing with your life?
Yeah, right?
Everybody should have the roller derby rules book memorized.
Oh, man, Grease Lightning versus Speedy Wonder. Wow, what an incredible matchup.
Speedy had that inside line, too. It was a very wise call-off. Just got half of the 4th left to go in this game.
Oh, my goodness, Trixie. What a game. What a day. I love the Los Angeles Derby Dolls, and these juniors are just so phenomenal. Princess Claire heading out front.
Jolteon in pursuit.
Yeah, Slayer. Like I said, you can tell, lead jammer, someone's pointing. Decides to call out the jam by putting hands on hips.
And just in time, because I think Jolteon was just about ready to take one. Hard to know what's going on in the back of that pack all the time, Evilie.
There's a lot to look at. That's why we have to have a lot of enforcers, because there's a lot to see. When you're in that pack, sometimes you just see colors. Colors.
I just
Remember that
see
song?
colors.
Colors.
Sure don't.
It's like Ice-T, right? That movie Colors? About the police.
Colors from the movie Colors.
I know, it wasn't original. Did I say it was original? All right, we got Fight Crew.
Slim Skating, lead jammer.
Slim Skating. Well, that's the first time Slim Skating's jammed this bout.
Yep.
Comes up front, calls it off. Was holding back Fight Night from getting into a point scoring position.
Tough Cookies yet to break that triple-digit mark. 103.99, 6 minutes left to go.
Mad Cat in the penalty box with an arms penalty for Fight Crew. Rage jamming for Tough Cookies. Oh, coming right up against Speedy Wonder. Has to re-enter that pack without advancing position. Giving time for Winsley. Oh, it was the your lead jammer. But here comes Rage.
Pack almost stopped. It's so tough to enter a pack like that.
Whoa! Wesley Adams comes in so hot. Takes out half the cookies, giving Rage a chance to go clean through on the high side and getting already back into a point scoring position. Incredible jam by everybody.
Great job of Rage waiting for her moment and then absolutely maximizing it.
7 points for the Tough Cookies.
And there they are, 106 to 107, 5 minutes to go.
It's the 1 point game, and we have got a directional block on Chemical X for the Tough Cookies. We also have got a directional block on Speedy Wonder for Fight Crew, so they are each thinned down 1 blocker in the pack.
Quick exit for Fight Crew.
Yeah, Ziggy Stardust. Man, launching all the way to Mars on that. Grease Frightening go out of the pack. Look at the communication going on between these skaters. Jinx is telling them they gotta speed it up and get in there to break up that pack to make it for Ziggy Stardust to get the front. Calls it off.
Great moves, great fakes, head fake, body fake, every fake from Ziggy Stardust.
4 points for the fight crew.
Looks like this one's going to go down to
Got
the
really-
wire.
And it looks like we do have Grease Frightening in the penalty box for the Tough Cookies with a cutting penalty. Although, I still see a jammer on the track. Yep, it's going to be a power jam, people. Advantage fight crew. The fight crew fans are surprisingly quiet.
They're very respectful, fight crew.
They're wearing red, so I know they're there, but they look kind of terrified. They're
Fight
very...
crew fans, help your team out. Give them some cheers.
Stitches jamming for fight crew. Now coming up, it has to get let go by the Tough Cookies blockers, or they would have gone blocking out of bounds. Oh my God.
Now the fight crew fans are making their presence known.
Oh yeah, because here comes Stitches. Oh my God, the scramble going on in the pack between these teams right now. Both of them just skating their hearts out.
And an assist from Stargirl takes the fight crew jammer out of the pack. 13 seconds left. Can they come back around for one more pass?
Yeah, both teams just incredible job. I think we're about to, yep, and the 60 seconds as the jam is up. Give it up for your Derby dolls, everybody. Oh my God.
And I really want to single out the Tough Cookies smaller skaters are fearless, they are smart, they know how to get up into a bigger blocker's kitchen and render them ineffective. So impressive, the work they're doing out there.
This is just incredible. Whoever's watching online, if you're not losing your mind, we definitely here are doing that in Valhalla. Oh my God. It's Hell on Wheels. Just goes flying out of that pack. Man, Luna Shepgood trying to help Furious George out, but man, look at it go. It's Hell on Wheels through and on away to another scoring pass.
Speedy Wonder shook up on the play, but returns to the bench under her own power, so there's no medical call-off.
And goes through. Wow. Well, his Ellen Wills was down and couldn't call off the jam. Now there's water falling on her. Oh my God.
And the jam goes on.
Whoa, we've got a lead jam change there. I thought it was done too, but Furious George grabs the lead. It's Helen Willis confused, but all you have to do is look in the enforcers in the middle, and they will tell you what is going on. 9 points for Tough Cookies.
More than that. Is it?
Oh,
no, it's 9. Sorry.
And I think, oh my God, we're having a timeout being called by fire. I'm going to need to take some medication at this moment.
Oh my goodness, 125, 115, just over a minute left to go on the game clock.
Yeah, I think I'll take an aspirin, a low-dose aspirin, because I'm going to have a heart attack. This is the most exciting game. This is incredible.
I was having a lot of trouble tracking who was lead jammer in that last one, Evalie.
That was amazing.
As the people left the track, came back on the track.
Man, incredible.
We want to thank all of you for coming out here, especially the families of our skaters, the friends and families who bring them out here every week to do their practices, who come out here to the games to cheer them on. The skaters couldn't do it without you. We couldn't have this league without you. So we appreciate you. Thank you so much, families and friends. So that timeout was by Fight Crew. Each team's going to be starting with 1 in the box. Number 46, Winslet Adams for above the shoulders, and number 42, Chemical X, also above the shoulders. Popular penalty. Above the shoulders could be hitting someone in the head, or it could be hitting someone with your head. It's one of those penalties that you can get a couple different ways.
When we say use your head, we don't mean like that.
Hey, can we get a big hand for Speedy Wonder? Speedy Wonder exiting the track, exiting the game. Had an incredible game. Great job, Speedy. Cookies jammer waving to the crowd before that first whistle.
All right. We've got less than 2 minutes in this game. Kitten Crush jamming for Fight Crew. Fight Crew ahead right now, 125 to 115, 10-point lead, looking to expand that. Honeybee Bee trying to get through to the pack. At this point, just not wanting to be a point. Even if you can't get into a point scoring position, sometimes the most important thing is not being passed by the jammer because you don't want to be a point. Making the way out.
And we've got less than 1 minute to go in this game. That means we could be operating under last jam rules. If this turns out to be the last jam, at the end of the jam, the team in the lead with the most points, if they skated clean, the game is over and they win. If they did not skate clean, and the other team did, we'll have one last jam.
All right, now we do have a timeout being called by Fight Crew. Here's the situation. It looks like they have a penalty on Kitten Crush with an above shoulders block. And they also have a penalty, what is that? Who is that, Jolteon?
That is Jolteon.
Yeah, also in the playing box. So they would be having a power jam. Now they're ahead by 15, but we know Tough Cookies power jam, they could very easily take that lead from them and they could either take it or they could tie it.
They could take it, they could tie it, and whatever happens, they're almost certainly going to be in control of the clock. So if they get a couple of passes and there's still time on the game clock, they're in a position to call it off and get still one more jam before the game clock runs out.
Yeah, I mean, that is another way to look at it. Although at that point, probably not going to call it off because if this is a power jam, they're going to definitely want to take full advantage of that.
Well, it depends, Evilly. If they only get 10, and they don't think they can get around for another pass, in that position, I would call it off.
Yeah, I would too.
Take my chances with another jam. So, but however you break it down, this is a great position for the Tough Cookies. They are in charge of their own destiny. They have 15 points to tie and 16 points to take it all home.
Hey, make some noise for roller derby, everybody. Thank you so much for being here and supporting your Los Angeles Derby Dolls. We truly appreciate it. And yes, it looks like this indeed is the situation. Power jam for the Tough Cookies.
Well, the Fight Crew is taking one last shot. They are challenging that backblock penalty on Kitten Crush. And what else can you do at that point? Because you don't want to be stuck with no jammer in the last jam of the game.
Yeah, I like how Speedy Wonder came out with Kleenex up their nose because apparently somebody has a bloody nose. Speedy Wonder, just so hardcore. And of course, thank you to Speedy's brother, Paco, for calling the raffle. Great job. We're going to have to work a little bit on the time management skills. It's all right. It's a little bit more of a, you're still new to the process, but we'll work with you on these things. Great job, though. I really appreciate that. And congratulations to all the raffle winners.
It does take years to get those right. Hey, the verdict is in. The challenge is lost. The next jam is going to be a Tough Cookies Power Jam.
And don't forget, after the game, when it is over, you can approach the track, but not until then for hand slaps. And of course, the declaration of the winner. It's so exciting.
This has been an exciting game from start to finish, Eva-Lee. So close, so many lead changes, and so much incredible skating. Everyone takes their position. And there's the whistle.
All right, it's up to the Tough Cookies. They are down by 15, and they have a power jam. Out of the pack, it's Dirty Tricks has been put up. Dirty Tricks now trying to even it out, and it looks like Fight Crew, they are trying to race the pack, but the problem is they've got to rejoin the Cookies, or they're going to get a failure to reform penalty. They're definitely trying to make it hard on Dirty Tricks to catch up. And Dirty Tricks has to make several scoring passes to tie up this game.
It's going to be rough. Cookies blockers have finally caught the pack. Maybe able to slow this down?
I know,
That's
Dirty
one.
Tricks.
Oh!
Gets taken into the infield there by Scar Girl and has to re-enter without advancing pack or advancing position.
Game clock has expired. Jam has been called off. 3 points for the Tough Cookies, and now the officials are going to talk it over. If Fight Crew skated that jam clean, then the game is over. But if they got a penalty and the Cookies didn't, then head ref Metallicile in the white helmet will indicate by making a pumping motion with his arm to indicate there's one more jam.
Yeah, I see a couple, well, there's a couple Fight Crew in there. That's right. We've got Ziggy, wait, is it Stargirl with an arms penalty? And there's Stitches in there with a failure to reform and an arms penalty. Y'all, we got one more last jam.
Another chance for the Cookies to catch up. Another chance for Fight Crew to put the nail down.
Wow.
We've got 2 jammers.
Rage jamming for Tough Cookies, almost out of the front, but look at Jinx really doing an incredible job. That gives a chance for It's Hell on Wheels to almost get front, but it goes to Rage for the Tough Cookies.
Is Hell on Wheels absolutely spinning those wheels in the back and finally breaks loose. Fight Crew with 2 blockers wherever they are. If there's one Cookie with them, that's the pack. So they have the chance to run this one.
Wow. And remember, you got ghost points for that.
12 to tie, 13 to win. Or take the lead anyway.
Chemical X into the penalty box, as is Jinx. Oh, and so is Furious George.
So that means whichever team is in the lead at the end of this jam takes it. And it's Fight Crew! Fight Crew wins the game 130 to 122.
That's right, we had 2 penalties there against Tough Cookies. No further jam. Let's give it up, everybody, for your Fight Crew. Let's give it up for Jinx. It's Hell on Wheels. Speedy Wonder. Wednesday Adams, Lash Out Loud. Roller Sticks. Smaller Brawler, Destroya, Ziggy, Stardust, Stargirl, Stitches, Sally Face, Kitten Crush, Slim Skitty, Mad Cat, Jolteon, and of course the coaches Doom Daisy and Chewbacca.
Great job, Fight Crew, amazing game, but an equally amazing game by the Tough Cookies. Tough Cookies, get on out there and collect your well-deserved adulations, hand claps, all that good stuff. Tough Cookies are Honey BB, Dirty Tricks, Neapolitan, Chemical X, Furious George, Sweet Baby Rage, Greased Frightening, Alter Ego, Princess Leia, Fight Night, Jurassic Punk, Slamming Eggs, Not Skating Tonight, Get Well Soon, Frida Brawlo, Mad X, Ginger Snapped. Captain of the Junior Tough Cookies is Luna Shovegood. Coaches Mulan Roos and Jezahel one more time. Tough Cookies!
We want to thank our EFTs, our enforcers, the doll repair, track monkeys at Turn 1, and of course the Rad Crew. Our DJ today is DJ MacBook Air. Want to thank our raffle caller, Paco, and of course on behalf of myself, Eva Lee, and Trixie Biscuit.
That's me.
We want to remind you to be happy, be well, and be back at Valhalla in September, on September 23rd to be exact, when the Junior Fight Crew takes on the Junior Screen Queens. And thank you everybody watching on YouTube. We'll be back here in a couple hours for the adult bout with the Varsity Brawlers versus Fight Crew. See you soon.